welcome to Early Morning Catechism and Happy New Year. Yes, I know it's not January 1st, but Happy New Year. Welcome to a new church year, or a new liturgical year, which begins this weekend on November 30th, and we begin also the season of Advent, a season in which we prepare to celebrate Christmas. And as I have said several times, we begin now a year devoted to prayer, which our bishop has asked every parish in the diocese to do, to focus on the subject of prayer. And so I'll repeat some of the things that I've said in previous programs as we prepare for this new year. First of all, prayer is a two-way communication. We talk to God or speak to God, and God responds. God does communicate with us, and God communicates in different ways. And so today, let's look at the question, well, what kinds of things do I talk to God about when I go to God in prayer? What are the kinds of things God would want to hear from me? And the answer is anything and everything. I have here something that I think would help you. There is a new book out, and it's called Praying the Truth. It's written by Father William Barry, a Jesuit, and he has written multiple books on the subject of prayer and spirituality and spiritual direction. This is a very easy book to read. It's not long, as you can see. It's not really big. But I have read the book, and I found it just very, very helpful. And he speaks about different topics that we can bring to God in our prayer. And some of these topics are, I can talk to God simply about my attraction to God and my desire to pray. And I can tell God I feel kind of clumsy about this, but I want to develop a deeper relationship. I can talk to God about my fears, my sadness, my anxiety, my faults and my fears, but also my successes and my accomplishments. I can talk to God about my anger and my resentments. I can talk to God about my sexuality. I can talk to God about jealousy or envy. I can even talk to God about my sins. We can disagree with God. We can question God. We can ask that question, why? Why me? Or why this? Or why now? You can bring to God, we can all bring to God issues of shame and guilt. One of the most important things that Father Barry says in this book is that prayer is about friendship. And you know that when you feel very close to a person, you can share almost anything. He also makes this statement that secrecy poisons a friendship. Secrecy poisons a friendship. And so the same would hold true for our friendship with God. And we may think, well, there are some things that I don't want to share to God. My advice is, be not afraid. Be not afraid. Sometimes we let our desire for God, our seeking God, our seeking to be a better prayer, get in the way of our prayer. Yes, sometimes we let our desire to pray perfectly so that God will be pleased with us, get in the way of our prayer. And we think we have to do the right prayer in the right way, or we have to have the right prayer book, or say the right prayers. And you know what I think God says? Put it all down. I know who you are. I know you. Let's just talk.